So this is the third video of a video series I'm doing on how I'm powering my deep water well pump with the 6000 XP EG4 inverter with an EG4 48 volt indoor wall mount battery. And I also have a little over 5,000 watts of solar panels connected to all this to power it all. Now, I installed this system about 4 months ago now, and I can tell you it has operated flawlessly. So let's do a quick recap of how this system works. So this well pump goes about 465 feet down into the ground. It pumps water into these big 3 storage tanks. They're 3,000 gallons each, so I've got about 9,000 gallons of water storage here. Then the water goes down and feeds underneath into this water pressure pump right here that pressurizes the water to go out to. I actually have 5 houses on this property here. So this system powers all 5 of those houses. Now, when there was only 1 house on this property when I originally bought it, it just had the well with this bladder tank here, and the well pump literally just turned on and off through just a pressure switch. So when the pressure got below, I think it was like 30 PSI, the well pump down here would turn on and pressurize the system back to 60 PSI, and then it would, once the pressure went back down, it'd turn the well pump on again. It just did that on and off, on and off, on and off. Well, with 5 houses, we needed to put in that pressure pump to be able to pressurize the water to 5 houses. So that is how the system works essentially. So I've got a little over 5,000 watts of solar panels total. It feeds this 6000 XP inverter, and this is what feeds power to my panel here. Here's the 2 different pumps, the pressure pump and then the deep water well pump. So the 6000 XP is actually wired with a grid connection as well here. So if my batteries get below 20%, there's not enough solar coming in, it will switch to grid for just a little while until the sun comes back up the next day and powers it completely off, again, off solar and battery. Now, I can tell you in the last 4 months, I have not one time had to go to grid at all. This system has powered it even on those rainy, cloudy days, multiple days of storms. Didn't matter. I still produced enough power and had enough battery storage with just this one 14.3 kilowatt hour battery and those about 5,000 watts of solar panels. And that's with 2 different pressure pumps here, the deep water well pump and the above ground pressure pump. So this system has kicked some serious butt. I highly recommend it. Now, if you haven't watched those other 2 videos I did, watch those. I go into detail on how to measure the surge rating for your well pump and then the continuous wattage, all of that, so you can size your system appropriately. But this system should be a great option for you. And I'll leave a link in the description of this video to where you can download a PDF that goes into all the equipment I used with links to where to get them and all the equipment I used for the installation of this. Now, looking at all the data on this, running it for the last 4 months, I've used as little as about 10 kilowatt hours of energy per day to as much as 25 kilowatt hours. And the few days I used about 25 kilowatt hours, there was a broken water line on our property, and the water was just running out of a 3/4 inch pipe like all night. So the pressure pump and the well pump just ran pretty much all night. But I have always produced more solar. Almost every day I produced more solar than the energy it took to run this system. And the few days that it didn't, the battery was more than enough to make it until the sun came back up a few days later. So highly recommend this system. Again, watch those other 2 videos I did on this for details on how I installed it and what I did. But I can honestly say this is an awesome system, and it cost me just under $9,000 for the total system. So it is an upfront investment, but I've got power whenever I need it, no matter what happens to the grid, to be able to run water out here. And in fact, I have a bunch of outlets. All these outlets are also ran off this panel here, which is fed by the 6000 XP inverter here. So great system, highly recommend it. And as I mentioned in my last video, I said this system was kind of an overkill, and I was looking to possibly power the house that's right outside, right there. Well, I ended up going ahead and wiring it to do that, and I tested it and it works great. So what I did was I put in a 50 amp circuit right here, and I ran those wires straight out through the back of the wall here. And basically used this big 50 amp cable here. Now, this is not done to code, so I don't recommend you do it this way. I am doing it this way because it's the stuff I had on hand. It was the easiest for me, and I know what I'm doing when it comes to electricity. But what I can do is basically just roll this right out. I take this plug, this outlet here, and I plug it right into this little box right here. And that's a 50 amp outlet here. And this is the main disconnect for the power that runs that 3-bedroom all electric house over there. So basically what I have here is I have to actually disconnect grid power, since this is the grid power there, and then I can turn on this outlet, and then power will go from my well system in there into here, and I can power that whole house to a certain limit, right? The 6000 XP maxes out at 6,000 watts continuously, so I could run basically lights, TV, internet, things like that, but not use the 240 volt appliances unless I'm using just like one burner on the stove, or using the oven maybe only, or using the water heater only. So I have to be basically conscious of how much power I'm using, but it's still a good little backup system for that house over there. So for those of you that did see that part of the video in my last video, I just wanted to at least give a quick update on that, and it has worked flawlessly. Now, I have ran this system from February through to what it is now, June 2nd, 2025. So it's been about 4 months. So it's been more of the colder season. Now we're starting to get into the warmer season here, and I'm running a lot more sprinklers outside. And as I get to July and August, I'll probably be running a lot more sprinklers for the garden. We have some large gardens out here on this property, so there'll be a lot of irrigation happening. So this system's gonna work even harder, but I'm confident I have more than enough power, more than enough battery storage to not ever have to touch the grid with this thing. So again, check out that link in the description of the video. You can download the whole system, all the parts, PDF, everything I use for the installation, and that should help you on your way. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be sure to answer those. Other than that, that's it for now, everyone. See you all in the next video.